welcome back to another video. Today's review is going to be on the SH Figuarts Shinkocchou Seihou Kamen Rider Zeronos right here. This is the front of the packaging. You get the beautiful artwork of the character itself. You get the Tamashii Nations logo, Bandai, all that jazz. On the side, you do get Kamen Rider, or I guess I would say Masked Rider Zeronos, Altair form, which is the translation of what Kamen Rider would be. And then on the back you get the product shots of the figure itself, as well as a picture of Den-O right there, which is super dope. So that being said, let's get into it. This is how the figure looks outside of the packaging, and as you can see, it has a very nice green metallic shine to it. I really hope that this will get picked up on camera because this looks great. I love the gold, the way it looks. You do get his Zeronos belt along with the holder for the cards, as well as some other functions on the side. So you can definitely store the weapons and all that stuff, which is very accurate to the show. If you guys are not familiar with this rider, he is the secondary rider from Kamen Rider Den-O, which I believe was airing back in like 2006, 2007. So this character was super popular to me. I had no idea about Kamen Rider at all. Growing up, I was familiar with Masked Rider and I actually loved Masked Rider, but fun fact also, the character Magno from Masked Rider is actually my name. So although it was a girl, that was still super dope to hear. You know, being a little kid and hearing my name, especially a name like Magno, you know what I mean? Like, that's not a very common name you'd ever hear, so that was super dope to hear. But years and years later, I remember being like already a teenager at the time and having like come across, I think, a clip on YouTube in which it was about Kamen Rider Zeronos. And I remember I was like blown away. I was like, whoa, like what the hell is that? Like I had no idea that it was Kamen Rider, or that Kamen Rider had even kind of continued after, you know, our original version of Masked Rider, which was Black RX. So this was definitely my gateway into Kamen Rider, and I was a huge fan of this character design. And he does come with a bunch of accessories. Now I'm gonna show you just a snippet of what it comes with. You get the different hands, you get the crossbow, the sword, the attachments for the side. You do get the card right there. So this thing is pretty hefty with accessories. I really like it because it allows for a lot of versatility. In this regard, I want to show you guys. You guys can actually form the sword mode, so to speak. So you'd pop out these little things. I always get weary when it comes to these type of things, just because, you know, I'm always kind of hesitant, but it's very interchangeable. I believe this one you can pop out. Should be able to pop it out. Yeah. So, yep, you can pop it out, and right there, I'm doing this with the camera, so there you go. This would be his sword mode, which is super dope. You can even have him hold it, which I'll show you guys what it looks like with him holding it. So this is what he would look like with the sword in hand. As you can see, it looks really dope. My one gripe would be that with this sword holding hand, it's not a very firm grip. It does tend to get loose, and with the character itself, he primarily does hold it with two hands, but you know, he does, you know, interchange it and use it with one hand as well, for at least holding the sword. So I wish it was a bit of a firmer grip, but I mean, for the most part, as you can see, it's not really coming out. It's just, you know, and it is a little bit more, has a little bit more weight. They say a normal, you know, sword would be, so I mean, that's understandable. But yeah, this thing looks super dope. I really like the way it looks. So that's how this looks right there. You get that option. And this is how it looks in crossbow mode, Really dope. So it's meant to be used interchangeably between the sword and crossbow mode. To actually hold the crossbow, you do get a separate holding hand, which is pretty cool. Okay, and then this is how the crossbow looks in his hand. One thing I did notice is that the handle is a little bit wider than I probably should have been in the show. I don't think it would have been this wide, but it's still cool to see. So I like that touch too. And then for the card accessory, he also does come with the, I guess it'd be called the Zero card or Zeronos card. This is what he primarily uses to transform. You do get the 2 modes, one being for Altair form and then the other for Vega form. And it's cool because you can actually slide the card right through the slot. And it's kind of hard to see. There you go. You had to kind of pop it up, but as you can see, there you go. It does form an A. If you look at how the green is lined up, that'd be an A for Altair form, which is pretty sick. I loved that gimmick for the henshin. So all I can say is this was hands down my favorite rider. I love the design. He was just so badass, and I like that he was a very nice contrast as opposed to the main rider, Ryotaro, just because, you know, Ryotaro was kind of like, he was a little bit timid, you know what I mean? He wasn't really like a typical rider where he was very sure of himself or even liked fighting or could fight. It wasn't until, you know, the very end of the series where he started, you know, kind of started to be able to hold his own with that Denkamen sword, but for the most part, seeing Zeronos, it was pretty much the opposite, you know, but it was definitely cool. And like I said, he had a great design. He was able to hold his own in combat, you know, so that was definitely a nice touch. So this was hands down my favorite rider. So with that being said, guys, let me know what you guys think. I know I didn't go over every single accessory. Mostly it's just additional hands, but this was the meat and potatoes of it all. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are looking to get this figure, I highly recommend it. It did come out I want to say like about a year ago, maybe a little bit more than a year ago. So if you're looking for it, you may still be able to find it on the secondhand market for not too bad. I was able to get a really good discount on this thing, and I got it for less than what it would retail for, so I'm happy. So with that being said, guys, let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. Peace.